Hi everyone, Tracy Duran here. I want to apologize for not posting as much as I was. My husband and I had a bout with the flu, which lasted like almost 2.5 weeks, if not more, and a little bit time to recoup, and then time to catch up on everything that we were slacking on, like cleaning and usual household stuff. So I do apologize, but I think having the flu is a valid reason. Get your flu shots. It is not something to mess around with. That is something I would never want to wish upon my worst enemy. Believe me. Um, what I want to talk about today, I know I talk a lot about research and everything because I'm big on research. I love, discovering new things and discovering, you know, things about history and everything. Um, I wanted to share about references and like reference books and reference magazines. And there are two reference items that I use that I thought were extremely useful. And I know in my last video I was goofing around with this book, my Stephen King on writing book. I received this from my husband for Valentine's Day, and read it cover to cover, and it has a ton of underline marks, highlighting marks, and everything of items I deem useful for me. Um, there's Stephen, Mr. King, Stevie. Um, but yeah, to be honest, I highly recommend this book. It gives a little bit of background on Stephen King, and and he gives his process, his struggle in the beginning, but it was a struggle, but he kept, you know, doing his thing and working as hard as he could and everything. I love the aspect of him saving his rejection letters on his bike. So, which I actually have two rejection letters of my own from when I was younger, when I was 18. I'll post those in a little bit to show you. But anyways, as a reference book, this is wonderful. And what I love about it too is that for me, uh, it gave me positivity that I'm doing something right with my own writing. So he kind of gives you an idea of what to do, what to look for, what not to do, and everything. One thing I like too is to write with your door closed. Obviously, this is my writing area. I don't have a door, but what my door is are my headphones. Um, I'll listen to music while I'm writing. Uh, a lot of times it's music, and I know I've talked about this in another video. I'll probably bring it up again in another one. Um, I use the music that either corresponds with whatever my scene is, or it corresponds with the date period. So um, in my book, I'm writing in the date of 1941. So I have to kind of put my mindset into that era, kind of put my mind back in time. So I'm, making my own little mini time machine, and that. But he says to start off with the door closed, so you can basically concentrate on what you're doing. Then once everything's done, you can bounce off ideas off of the one person you trust. For him, it's his wife, Tabby. For me, it's my husband, Coyote. And I also have a friend I trust, my friend Amanda. Um, so those are the two people that I bounce my ideas off of. And which helps because, again, knowing that you're on the right track to something. And plus, with my husband, he'll bounce off ideas for me. Say, well, how about your character does this instead of this? I'll ponder it and be like, you know what, maybe he's right. So, but yeah, so it's always a good idea to have the door closed, to have, you know, your outside environment closed off to you so that you can get your writing done. And like I said, with him saying, with Stephen King saying that, to bounce off ideas off somebody you trust, he says, he'll give his manuscript to his wife, and he'll know when she's up to a part, and if she reacts to the way he wants to, he knows he's on the right track. So again, Stephen King on writing, really awesome book. We had it at Barnes and Noble, so shout out to Barnes and Noble. Another thing I found, and this is really cool. Make a Scene, and this is this is by Jordan Rosenfeld. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Jordan Rosenfeld, and this is actually recommended by Writer's Digest. And Writer's Digest is a really awesome magazine. You need to subscribe. It's been so helpful because that has helped me find literary agents. And with literary agents, because there's 2 or 3 of them I follow on Twitter, and knowing that I am able to kind of correspond with them or ask a question, being that I'm a newbie, and I know a lot of people don't care for that word newbie, but with wanting to publish, I was trying to figure out when is the best time to send a query letter. And a query letter is basically like your resume, your writing resume. And to do that, you basically have to do, it's just a 1-page, kind of giving background to your story. Basically, it's like the story of the inside of the jacket cover of what the story, like what the story is about, and then what it is about you. And I was told that the best time to send it is when everything's done. You can't just send it when you're partway done and just hoping for the best, because a lot of that too is because, let's say a literary agent is really interested in what you're writing, and they say, I want to hear more about it, or you're going to tell me more about it, and you're like, I'm sorry, I'm only partially done. So, and plus, as we all know as writers, when you're writing, things change. And I've noticed it recently because I was digging through some of my old notes of my own story, and I realized how much my characters have changed drastically from what my first incarnation of them. I had one character that was supposed to be like kind of mousy and timid and soft-spoken, but now she's kind of loud and boisterous and all that. And I would have another one that's vice versa. So yeah, but Make a Scene, this is really helpful too. It talks about how to build your scene, kind of gives you ideas on how to do that. So it's Make a Scene, Jordan Rosenfeld, really awesome. But when I was talking about Writer's Digest, this is the recent one. So Writer's Digest, awesome magazine. This gives you so many helpful hints, gives you a great way to guide you into certain ways of your writing. It gives you wonderful resources. Like I said, help me find literary agents, and you can also go onto their website as well, which I don't know right now. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's Writer's Digest. You can also find these at your local bookstore. Everything I found over at Barnes and Noble, because Barnes and Noble is my mecca. So with Barnes and Noble, you go into the magazine section, and there's all sorts of crazy magazines, and you just look for Writer's Digest or Writer's Weekly, or anything that that might fit you. But my husband actually found these at the Woodman's grocery store by us, so which is even better because you don't have to, because Barnes and Noble is kind of not far, but far enough. But yeah, it's these things are extremely helpful. So with having these types of resources, also over at Barnes& Noble, they have a, sorry, I just see that snowing now. In the middle of April, or at the end of April. Yeah, fun. Anyways, where is I at? Oh, for resources and references, or reference books. Barnes& Noble has a really awesome selection of reference books, and that's actually where we found the Stephen King on writing book, is in the reference area. There's a whole, and that's where I also found the Make a Scene book, is the in the reference area. So it's extremely, like I said, I know I'm saying this 10 million times over, but all these are extremely helpful, and it is helping guide me in the right direction. So that's about it. I'm sure I'll have more for you soon, and hopefully I won't be on such a long hiatus. I wish everyone well. Yeah, again, it's snowy, rainy right now. Fun Illinois weather. Yeah, hopefully I'll have some more information for you soon, and I'll have more in my story as well. Hope you all take care. Love you all. Bye bye. And give you an idea what it looks like outside. It's snowing in April. Not cool. But at least we have our food out for our squirrelies. Hold on. I can't flip it. Hey, squirrely. Hey, squirrely. You got your food? You got your food? Aw, you're all wet. But he has food. Ooh, whoa. Yeah. Fun stuff. Enjoy.